I have mentioned to you in other videos that there is a practice that has transformed my way of responding and of sleeping and my whole nervous system. And it's true that I do also other practices, but I consider this practice really powerful in help me to deeply calm down and be more available to myself and to others. So today we are going to review the 8 breathings. We are going to start with the 5 breaths that we did together in our first session on embodying safety. And then we are going to add the 3 other breaths to complete the series of 8. I highly recommend this practice. It has a powerful effect in the nervous system. It's not intrusive, it's very healing, and it's really wonderful in the way it integrates well-being and healing, and it's a wonderful inner resource to have for having good health. So again, today we have the pleasure of having Steve Porges and Sue Carter practicing with us. And I feel honored that they are here with us today. And it's wonderful to share these teachings with them and with you. And I hope the teachings inspire you to practice during the week. It will be important to practice at least once a day. I love to do these breaths before I go to sleep, or if I wake up in the middle of the night, I just sit in my bed and do the breath, and then I lay down and I have a much deeper sleep. They are very transformational, very relaxing, and very healing. And you will see when you practice them that it's, on the one hand, is the breath itself and the different forms of breathing, chest breathing, abdominal breath. And on the other hand is the fact that you are working with your whole organism, and especially also your mind. You are giving a deep rest to your mind by training it to concentrate on breath, which is such a tool for relaxation. So usually our mind just tends to go to our challenges because it's trying to solve them, but somehow it gets stuck into it. And then we have repetitive thoughts and repetitive negative emotions, and all that wears us down. And unfortunately, it also establishes like grooves in our brain, in our nervous system. And so when the rain comes, the rain goes through those grooves, through those habitual ways of reacting, which often are not the most enlightened ones, not the most peaceful, not the most healing ones. So we have a 5-to-1 tendency to go to the negative. We now need to keep working. 5-to-1 tendency to come towards the positive, just to be neutral. And then a little bit more if we want to establish this internal default mode towards positive, towards healing, towards relating in peace. And these practices help you by training your mind to pay attention to, it is a chest breathing, it is an abdominal breath. I'm inhaling through the nose, I'm exhaling through the nose. How do I sense my inner space while I'm doing this? You know, how does it feel? And not with words, just the sense felt. So it's a real training on bringing your attention and intention inwards and working with a really powerful tool, which is the breath, and the powerful tools of our intention and attention. And so it's a daily training towards peace. And for that, I invite you to practice it every day, at least once. One would be really wonderful. Once would be really wonderful. And anytime, if you don't have time during the day, and because you're so busy, you are waking up at night, instead of getting nervous about waking up at night and having to have lots of things to do the next day, sit in your bed and do this breath. And I have some friends who lay down in the bed and do the breath. That's also possible. I find that when I'm sitting, I tend to go even deeper into it. The other wonderful thing of practicing them at night is that everything is just so quiet, and usually there is darkness. So you can practice with your eyes open, which is also a very interesting experience, to be able to have the eyes open and not be distracted by light or noise or forms or any other activities. So I recommend that you, if you wake up at night, do the 8 breaths and you see how much better you feel. You'd be looking forward to the practice and the effects after the practice. Okay, now let's go to the practice. Today we are going to review the 5 breaths, the 5 first breaths of the 8 breath, and then we are going to also add the 3 last breaths. So as you remember, if you saw our previous session, what we do is we are going to be working with abdominal breath and with chest breathing. And for the abdominal breath, I would like for you to bring your hands to your abdomen, like if you see your navel and or feel where it is, and then 3-finger breath under the navel. There is a point called sea of energy within the Qigong system, Qigong being like the yoga of China, understanding the human being as a continuum of body, mind, and spirit. And there at the sea of energy point at the abdomen, it's understood to be a point that also helps with any kind of issues that have to do with relation with ourselves. So shame, guilt, self-doubt. So it's always very, as we concentrate on that point, sea of energy, and on the breathing in the area of the abdomen, it's very grounding. And always we start with ourselves and with our relation to ourselves to then proceed to the relation to others in these practices. So we are going to bring our hands just right under our navel, and with the center of the palms, we are covering that point, 3-finger breath down from the navel, called sea of energy. And we are just going to exhale, bring the abdomen in gently, in whatever way you can, and if not, visualizing your abdomen going in, and then inhaling and allowing the abdomen to expand. I'm going to move this to pin, if that's okay with you, so that we just concentrate here. Okay, so we are going to first bring attention to the abdomen and practice a little bit of abdominal breath by bringing the hands to this point, sea of energy, which is 3-finger breath from the navel. And then just as we exhale, we bring the abdomen in, contracting a little bit the abdominal muscles. Don't worry how much you can bring them in or not. Just visualize the abdomen coming in as you exhale. And then when the time comes to inhale, relax the abdomen and allow the air to go all the way down there. And you will notice a little movement in your abdomen. And find your own rhythm, like if you are surfing the gentle waves of the breath. So as the abdomen goes in, the air goes out, and then eventually you relax the abdomen and the air comes in. And again, it's not about how much volume you move, but just about inviting your body to relax as you exhale. And see if you can find a rhythm of surfing this air that's coming in and coming out, where there is no jerkiness. So if that means don't try so hard, then yeah, just relax into it and accept whatever movement is there. Invite a sense of grounding, of safety. this is so important. You know, when we start working with ourselves in any self-care, we need to start with kindness to ourselves and with a sense of grounding and safety in whatever measure we can experience it. Of course, you don't want to judge yourself about what degree of safety you have, but just inhaling, exhaling, abdominal breath, a few of them, inviting a sense of grounding. Like if you are a mountain and you are sitting there and you are supported by the chair or the floor, wherever you're practicing. And then with this sense of grounding, you are accepting that support and allowing the rest of your body to relax. Your shoulders are relaxed, your face is relaxed. And you're just noticing this gentle movement in the abdomen. This is the way babies breathe. And also your pets. So it's very relaxed, it's very natural. We have lost a little bit sometimes the ability for it, but we can easily come back into it. Just relax and be okay with whatever is happening. It's very grounding. This great compassion for yourself and acceptance and appreciation of your own journey of being in this moment. Compassion and love for yourself, for your own precious way of being. We are all unique in our own ways. Okay, so after we have done a few relaxed abdominal breath, we are going to see if we can work a little bit with chest breathing. So we are going to bring our hands to with the elbows out, our arms with the elbows out, like bucket handles. And as we exhale, we are going to bring the arms in. So there is a closing of the ribs and the coming in of the ribs as we exhale the air. And then when we inhale, we are going to separate the elbows. And there is a natural expansion of the chest, and more air is coming in the lungs and also all the way down to the base of the lungs, above the diaphragm. So let's see if we can inhale. Feel the expansion of the chest, like sighing, and also like sighing, exhaling. Now bringing the elbows in, allowing the air to go out. So again, here the intention is inviting the body to relax as you experience the movement of the breath, mainly above the diaphragm being this muscle that's right under at the end of the lungs being like two sacs with the greater capacity at the bottom of it. Inhaling, almost like stretching, opening your chest. Exhaling, bring the hands and arms down. Now we are not going to move the elbows or the hands, but we are still going to sense the movement at the chest. As we inhale, the chest expands, and when we exhale, the chest, the ribs come in a little bit because the air is coming out and there is no inflation of the chest. So let's do 2 or 3 without moving the hands, chest breathing in a relaxed way. It's very interesting that at the center of the chest, there is this point called Sea of Tranquility. So another sea of tranquility. And this one is more or less at the height of the nipples. Right as you follow your breastbone, you find an indentation right there at the height of the nipples. We are going to put the center of our palms, at least one palm there, maybe two if you like. And then notice the chest breathing as you concentrate on the Sea of Tranquility point. This sense of tranquility, of spaciousness. This has to do, this point, the Sea of Tranquility has to do with our relation to others, to nature, to pets, to people, friends, even people you cross in the street. So we have gone through our concern with ourselves and our relation to ourselves, our deep relation to ourselves, which was in the Sea of Energy point, to the Sea of Tranquility point, which has to do with our relation with other sentient beings. And experiencing a sense of spaciousness and love. Just breathing. Maybe even remembering someone you love and smiling to them and feeling they smile back to you. If that visualization makes it too complicated, just come back to the sense of breathing with a sense of spaciousness and love. Okay, so now that we have experienced a little bit of abdominal breath and chest breathing, we are going to go to the 8 breath, some of which are abdominal breath and some of which are chest breathing. And then there is also variations that happen according to whether we are inhaling and exhaling through the nose or inhaling through nose, exhaling through mouth, etc. And whether it's a chest breathing or abdominal breath. I'm going to tell you which one it is. Okay, so the first one is 5 breath, chest breathing, inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And so since it's going to be chest breathing, we are going to keep our abdomen slightly tucked in within comfort. So just a little bit tucked in, and then keep the movement of the air mainly at the chest. And it's 5 times, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Try to see if you can make the exhalation a tiny bit longer than the inhalation. That triggers the parasympathetic nervous system, and it will also invite even a deeper sense of relaxation without forcing, okay? So let's try. 5 chest breathings, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose at your own pace. Inhaling like sighing, feeling how the breath expands. Exhaling, letting go of tensions. If the mind wanders away, just gently bring it back to the breathing. Just noticing how the air comes in and out, and it helps you to relax. being curious to sense how your body feels as you relax with this breath. So each one of us has a different length of inhaling and exhaling. That's okay. Whenever you come to the 5th round, maybe you come sooner than us, and maybe you take longer. Whenever you come to the 5th breath, then just for a moment, let your hand be down and take a little inventory of how you feel without judging anything. And we are going to move to the 2nd one, which is also a chest breathing, and is inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. So, okay. Inhaling slowly, gently, and deeply without forcing. And exhaling also slowly, gently, completely. Being totally happy with whatever is happening. Just mainly with curiosity as children. Okay, I'm inhaling now through the nose. I'm exhaling through the mouth. And when the time comes to inhale again, inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, barely parted lips. Allowing the whole exhalation to be completed, and then inhaling again, gently, slowly, completely. Allowing it to be completed, and then starting the exhalation through blowing the air gently through the mouth. Find your own rhythm so that it's relaxed and comfortable. And notice how your body feels when you exhale through the mouth. A slightly longer exhalation than the inhale. Wonderful. Sometimes I lose count. That's okay. Just do approximately 5. If you do 6, there is no problem. The important thing is to just totally relax. And 5 gives us more or less a measure to be an even time with each of the breath. So the next one is an abdominal breath. In this case, we are going to inhale through the nose and send the air to abdomen. So we are inhaling and at the same time relaxing, almost inflating the abdomen without forcing. And then as we exhale, we are going to bring the abdomen in, and this time we are going to exhale through the mouth. So inhaling through the nose, let the air go to abdomen. The abdomen kind of comes forward a little bit. The belly, the front wall of the belly comes forward. And then as we exhale, the abdomen comes in and we exhale through the mouth. Long exhalation, and noticing that path of the air coming from the abdomen. I feel it mainly in the back, and then through the mouth. But wherever you feel it, every organism is slightly different at a different day, a different moment. Wherever you feel it is great. Just concentrating on this abdominal breath. We are going to do 5 of them. We start inhaling, letting the air go to abdomen by relaxing the front wall of the abdomen and inflating it, and then gently, and then bringing that wall in, exhaling through the mouth. Long exhalation without forcing. When the time comes to inhale, close the mouth, inhale through the nose. Let the air go to abdomen. Maybe it helps having one hand at the abdomen so that you feel they are pushing against the hand. And then as you exhale, you notice the hand coming in a bit, accompanying the wall of the belly towards the back a little bit. And exhale through barely parted lips. Find your own rhythm. Invite your whole body to relax. So your shoulders are relaxed, your face is relaxed, and your attention is at your abdomen as the air comes in through the nose. And when the time comes to exhale, bringing the frontal wall of the abdomen towards the back and allowing the air to come out and be exhaled through the mouth. See if you can do the exhalation a tiny bit longer than the inhalation without forcing. Be patient with yourself and try to find your own rhythm. How would it be to do this breath in a way that's comfortable and easy for you? No expectations, just more or less general following of the instruction of exhaling, bringing the abdomen in and blowing the air through the mouth. Time comes to inhale, allowing the air to go all the way down to abdomen. Inhaling through the nose. Let's do 2 more. Or if you had enough, just wait for us and we'll soon go to the number 4. Again, sensing how you feel after this form of breath, which was abdominal breath. Now the next 2, number 4 and 5, is chest breathing. And it's like if you would be practicing inhaling the half of the alternate breathing that some of you might know from yoga. So in this case, we are only in the alternate breath. You inhale through the left, exhale through the right, inhale through the right, exhale through the left. But in this one's, number 4, we are going to just inhale through the left, exhale through the right, and repeat. Inhale through the left, exhale through the right, 5 times chest breathing. Number 5 is going to be the opposite one, also chest breathing, but inhaling through the right. So let's do the number 4 is inhaling through the left. And to be able to inhale just with one of the nostrils, we're going to put the hands like this, if that's comfortable for you, which is Vishnu Mudra. You can also go here. The main thing is to be able to use the thumb and another finger to close here. And if this finger is not working so well, then just accommodate and use whatever fingers work best for you. The main thing is to be able to relax so that you can go into the experience without fighting it, and feeling safe and relaxed. And also I invite you to open here the nostrils with using the tips of the index fingers to open there. Sometimes when we do this, the nose tends to get stuck, or perhaps you have a deviated septum or whatever. So do the adjustment according to what's comfortable for you. Also, as we do this, this is my left nostril. I usually use my, for example, ring finger to open the nostril a little bit as I'm getting ready to inhale through there. Then close, open the right, and I'm pushing. I'm taking the opportunity without getting too distracted, just opening a little bit more the nostril as I exhale, and then close and come back.
We're doing left first.
Left first, yeah. So we are doing this. This is called Chandra Vedana, inhaling through the left, exhaling through the right. And it's a cooling sensation. So I invite you to visualize yourself under the moon on a clear summer night, and just that sense of calmness, of consciousness, a light that shines over everything and doesn't get stuck on anything. So a sense of really our essence, which is that capacity of observing without getting stuck anywhere. So we are going to close our right nostril and start inhaling through the left. Chandra means moon, Chandra Vedana. Inhaling through the left, the light of the moon, the coolness, the peacefulness. Exhaling through the left, that same light. And we're going to do 5 of these at your own pace. Inhaling through the left. Exhaling through the right. And repeating. And this is chest breathing, so your abdomen is slightly contracted. Invite your body to relax, your shoulders relax, your face relax. Feeling this cooling, calming energy spreading through your body. Bathing you inside and out with a sense of safety, of peace. The breathing is slow, but without forcing. Okay, so when we have more or less completed 5, we can again use our fingers to push a little bit out the nostrils and observe for a moment without labeling, just as a sense felt of how do you feel right now? Okay, now we go to number 5, which is inhaling through the right, exhaling through the left. Also chest breathing 5 times. This one is called Surya Vedana, which is the energy of the early morning sun. And I invite you to feel you are in the front of the early morning sun and taking that light in. Inhaling through the right, exhaling through the left. Exhaling also that energy. Taking your time to inhale slowly, gently, and deeply the sunlight. Exhaling through the left. Chest breathing, which means your abdomen is ever so slightly contracted. Inviting your breath to be gentle, slow, deep. Completing the round that you're on. Probably around the 5th. Opening the nostrils again. And just observing. So now we are going to go to number 6, 7, and 8, which are new in a way to those of you that only saw the previous session. So number 6 is abdominal breath. And it's very interesting because we are going to bring our hands again to that sea of energy point, and we are going to press a little bit with our hands against the front of the abdominal wall as we exhale through the nose. And then we just relax the abdominal wall, and the air comes in because it fills that vacuum. So it's an abdominal breath, and the emphasis is on the exhalation, a long, slow, complete exhalation where you bring your abdomen in whatever capacity you have, that's fine. And then mainly relaxing your abdomen and noticing how the air comes in on its own. You don't even need to inhale per se, you don't need to go. Just exhaling. Slow, long, deep exhale, bringing the abdomen in. And then starting to release your abdomen and allowing the air to trickle in, feel you gently, ever so gently. So 5 of this abdominal breath. Exhaling through the nose. Inhaling through the nose. Well, the inhaling doesn't move like an inhale. So we are exhaling, bringing the abdomen in, letting the air go out. And then we just very gently release the abdominal muscle, and the air comes in on its own. We don't even feel the movement of the inhale. It's a spontaneous inhale that happens when this vacuum is there. Let's play like children with this one. This is very relaxing. So find your own rhythm. Let your shoulders and face be relaxed. For some people in the beginning, this could be a little bit disoriented because it's different from what we usually do. But once you are able to relax into it, just explore without expectations, you'll find more and more that this is very relaxing. I guess maybe from polyvagal theory could mean exhaling, bringing the abdomen in. You are actually consciously doing something. And then in the second part, you're totally surrendering. Allowing the abdomen to push forward and allowing the air to come in. But that's just my interpretation. So don't worry. Go with whatever resonates for you and feel safe and feels authentic for what you're experiencing right now. And whatever energy gets moved there, don't ever be afraid of anything moving. It's your own energy and it's just finding its own way to be released. So yeah, trust yourself, be gentle with yourself, be kind. So we have only 2 more to go. They are also really wonderful. The number 7 is an abdominal breath in which we are going to be taking the air through the mouth down to abdomen, and then we are also going to exhale through the mouth, so coming from the abdomen. So again, these 6 and 7 are abdominal breaths. So we already are an expert at this. We have been working with the abdominal breath. Let's see if we can exhale, bringing the abdomen in and exhaling through the mouth. Allowing the exhalation to be complete, and then taking the air through the mouth to abdomen. So you are kind of sucking the air in through the mouth and also releasing your abdomen so that it inflates and the air goes down there. So 5 of these abdominal breath, taking the air through the mouth and exhaling also through the mouth. And inviting your whole body to be relaxed, just being children, exploring something. Okay, let's go. So exhaling, blowing the air through the mouth. As you bring the abdomen in, allowing the exhalation to be completed, and then taking the air through the mouth and allowing your abdominal wall to be distended forward as you suck the air through the mouth. Find your own rhythm, 5 of these abdominal breaths. Inhaling through the mouth, exhaling through the mouth. Inviting healing in your relationship to yourself. Total acceptance. And appreciation for your journey. These breathings come from the yoga tradition, and when I do this one, it reminds me of the Om and the path of the air as comes from abdomen up all the way to then be expelled through the nose or the mouth. And so it invites us also to feel that path along the spine, on the communication from the abdomen to up. And then the last one is a chest breathing, and is 5 little sips taken through the nose and 1 long exhalation through the mouth. There are 2 variations of this breath. One is like if you are sobbing, so you go, those are the 5 sips, and then the long, I love this long one. It's really relaxing. The other one is without the sobbing, so you are taking the air in, also 5 sips. Feeling how the chest expands, and then you exhale through the mouth. And because you have been taking these 5 sips without forcing, the exhalation is really long. Okay, so let's try it without forcing. Just be relaxed, the body, the mind, the face. And we are going to, it's a chest breathing, 5 little sips through the nose and 1 long exhale through the mouth. Okay, let's try, see how you feel. Of course, the long exhale activates your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the one that helps you to feel so relaxed. And the 5 sips, to me, feels almost like coming out of a time of sickness or whatever, and finally just kind of replenishing oneself with these 5 sips, and then again this sense of relief with the exhale. Inviting your body to relax, relaxing your shoulders, your face, your neck. And being totally fine with where you are today. So just exploring, knowing that as you practice, you'll find more of a flow with all this, and that these breaths are helping to develop your inner resources, which you already have. They just need to be awakened and cultivated. I lost count, but let's say there is one more. This last long exhale, really relaxing. And noticing how it is to inhabit the present moment, taking a little time to breathe, and how powerful the breath is to help us calm the nervous system, to help us have a sense of safety, of easiness, of friendliness towards ourselves. And that, of course, manifests also in our friendliness to others. It's just a continuum feel of ease. And it's a never-ending journey. Challenges come up, and we again practice without judging ourselves and without flagellating ourselves. It's super important to be kind to yourself all along the process, and then to remember that it's through the practice that your nervous system will get more and more registered in these states of peace, and will go back to them all the time. It's just the secret of health. So thank you so much for practicing today, and see you next time. How was it?
Extremely.
Well, I'm trying to get my vision back.
No, I was falling into sleep states.
That's good. That's good. It's part of all this, relaxing the nervous system. Yeah. And another day I would like to teach you the 4 purifications that come right before that. Then there are some points here in the back that I call the Pentagon of Peace, that are also very good for letting go of whatever frustration or upsetting states are coming up. And I think you will find lots that you will say about that, because to me it's just like so polyvagal, just incredible.
Well,
but,
it's affecting, there are 2 branches of the vagus going, actually, it's going to, there's a spinal branch that is linked in the brainstem. It goes down through the vagus. So it's a trigeminal spinal, but it's linked to the vagus and the social engagement system that runs down and affects the muscles of the neck and shoulder.
right.
So where people get the tension in the shoulder, it's feeding right back into autonomics.
Right. And we could also do some things about
And
how to relax here.
This is where the blood pressure receptors are. And this is very calming to people, or your dog, if you have one. And this, which a lot of people do, is because the sensory path of the trigeminal comes very close to the surface, and it goes right into the ventral vagal complex and calms your vagus. Yeah. So even though it's not a vagal sensory pathway, it interacts with it, just like the earlobes will do that. And,
right.
And
so
actually,
there is something called the morning routine. It works exactly with this, with the ear, with the temples, with this, which is really comes from very classical yoga. And you
that's trigeminal afferents, and then their facial. This
I
haven't looked.
And then this.
These are tactile. You're engaging the ventral vagal complex. It's as simple as that. Right. I hope that some of these that we have experienced right now will linger through the day, and you notice as you practice that you would also linger through the week. Thank you. Thank you. Listen, Amelia, thank you so much for the morning.
Our Rachel. I have to go take a nap.
That's good. That's excellent. I mean, it's like after an acupuncture treatment or whatever, just take your time if you can. Okay.
Thank you, Amelia. I'll see you next week.
Right. Okay. Bye-bye. Bye. Be kind to yourselves. I hope you enjoy the practice. And I hope this video inspires you to practice every day. Notice how you feel. as you practice. And also immediately after the practice, just take a few moments to sit with your inner state of being. And always remember, be kind to yourself, be totally accepting of whatever your journey is and wherever you are, and keep working on the breath with gentleness, with curiosity, with kindness towards yourself, and with a full commitment to develop these inner resources all the time. And then when you most need them, you would have them there. You can't start when you need them. I mean, you could, but you would have more resources if you do it every day. And that's the idea. That's not only to solve fires, but to actually develop this inner state of inner peace and well-being. So I hope you practice. See you next time. Bye-bye.